disappearance of Relisha Rudd. What's up, y'all? So I just want to address things as they come. What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back with another video. In today's video, I will be speaking on the disappearance of Relisha Rudd. She is a Washingtonian like myself, and I remember when this news came out and the massive searches that were going on, or lack thereof, and she is still missing to this day. So before I start that, let me just say that I am an entrepreneur with my own business, Crush on You Beauty, and I am a mom of a 3, almost 4-year-old. It is currently kicking my butt, okay? But moving forward, and back to the point of Relisha Rudd. So at age 8 in 2014, she was reported missing, but a sketchy thing about her being reported missing when she was she hadn't been seen in weeks from family or from the school. She stopped going to school months before. So months before she disappeared, she stopped going to school, but a few people still saw her. And then shortly after that, nobody saw her ever again, including her own mother. So Relisha Rudd was born October 29, 2005, and she went missing March 1st, 2014. So I remember that 2014, I was just about to graduate high school, right? And around that time, it was kind of still cold. So I was really concerned because I'm like, okay, not even her mother has any idea of where she is. I mean, that's just nerve-wracking, and it's still kind of cold outside. You know, it's finna be spring, but it's not spring yet. So I was really concerned. You know, I don't want, no child should be missing, okay? Relisha and her mother were staying at a homeless shelter. I believe it was for some years, so they were there for quite a few years. Everybody around the homeless shelter knew of Relisha, knew Relisha's mom, and I believe there was another sibling. So she actually went missing in February, but was reported in March. So that automatically raises suspicion for me. It's like, how could the mother not know where her child was and not be alarmed enough to alert authorities? Another thing that I want to talk about is the fact that the mom, Relisha's mother, she let Relisha go with a Khalil Tatum, which is not her father. Okay, now don't get me wrong, I do understand you having a level of not trusting whoever the child's father is, but one thing that you shouldn't do, like, you should at least choose the father over a stranger, you know, somebody that you don't know. Her mother befriended this Khalil Tatum sometime before this disappearance, and he was a janitor for the homeless shelter. So beyond them being friends or whatever, he was in close proximity with a lot of people who in that homeless shelter. Everybody has seen him, you know, everybody knows his face. So that's number 2, that's strike 2 on the mother. The first strike we already went through, right? But the second strike is, you're not supposed to trust just anybody with your child or children, especially somebody that you didn't know from the sandbox. Even then, like, it's so many situations I can tell y'all of people that have trusted people from the sandbox with their kids and they got other intentions, you know. So you're not supposed to trust your child with just anybody. That's strike 2. Now, this is where things get sticky. So there was a massive hunt, right? There was a massive search for Relisha, and every search was concluded without finding her. What they did find, they found Mr. Khalil Tatum's wife deceased in a hotel. They found Mr. Khalil Tatum himself deceased. I believe it was in Potomac River or one of these rivers. I think it was Potomac River. But to this day, there has been no sightings of Relisha. There has been no body discovered, no evidence for real. And the only thing that the police has to this day on this disappearance in this case is the video of Relisha and Khalil Tatum walking inside and outside of the hotel that they were staying at. The same hotel that Khalil Tatum's wife was killed at. So, do I think that Khalil Tatum's wife was in on it? Maybe. That's maybe why she got killed. Or she found out about it. She found out, maybe that he was a sick sexual deviant or something. You know what I mean? And maybe that's what she found out. Or maybe she was in on it. It really can go either way as far as a wife or a spouse, should I say, is concerned. So, he killed himself. Right off the bat, that is an admission of guilt. To me. That is you wanting to go to the grave automatically with this huge secret that you don't want to get out. Where is she? At this point, I honestly do not have hope that she is alive. And I only say that because you tie all loose ends before you kill yourself, right? So it only makes sense to me that him killing his wife and him unfortunately killing Relisha was tying those loose ends. And then killing himself. But is he that smart that to this day Relisha Rudd has not been discovered? Is he that smart? I really don't think so. I don't think that many people are really that smart. I think that if the police department is not on their job, a lot of things can slip through the cracks. And it's the police departments in DC that really make me angry. Because they don't work when they need to work. They like to be handed things. They like to be handed so much evidence instead of going out there and really doing the work themselves. It can't be that hard. Y'all did school for a long ass time or whatever to get where y'all are. So I think that this case has not been solved because of the lack of investigating. If the FBI has not been involved in this, they need to be. And how can they not find nothing? Come on. He couldn't be that smart. But if you have the mother's aid in killing the child and hiding the child, then that's where it gets interesting. See, it's 3 strikes and we out, right? Because the 3rd strike is Relisha Rudd's mother getting on Steve Wilkos' show and exposing herself so bad. Off the bat, she didn't seem like she was that tore up about it, If my child is lost and my child has been lost for a long time, I'm going to be a shell of myself. I'm going to be a shell. If I know that I could have done more, if I know that, if it's prevalent, if it's right in my face that I could have did more, I'm going to be a shell of myself. I didn't see that from her. I didn't see it. The questioning, the lie detector test that she failed very horribly. I believe that she had something to do with her daughter's disappearance. She didn't want to be a mother. And anybody who has children and then finds out that they don't want to be a mother because it's too hard. They do things like this. Hint, Casey Anthony. They found her body though, thank God. But my thing is this. If the FBI is not investigating or was not investigating after they saw that Steve Wilkos show, and that's a show that I believe that's really black and white, you know, I don't really think that it's too fake. It's to the point, it's real stories. It's nothing that you can fake about a child being missing. This ain't Jerry Springer, you know? And that's what I like about his show. I don't get a good feeling from her. In all honesty, I don't think that she wanted to be a mom. And like I told y'all, that's what they do. They kill their children. And they try to make excuses for their behavior. I believe in that same episode they were saying how she tried to pawn off her other kids and all that. It's like, why have them? Yeah, you might not want to be in a homeless shelter with your kids, but you got to get y'all out of that situation. That's why you was put there, for you to get your children and get y'all out of that situation. No excuse. I hope that the truth comes out of her being involved, because that's what I feel. That's what I feel. Any mother that's not still emotional and not still tore up, like I didn't see that. It's almost been 8 years since she disappeared. Almost 8 years. She disappeared when she was 8 years old. She should be getting close to her 15th or 16th birthday at this moment in time. But instead, her body has not been discovered. There has been no sightings of her, and her mother don't even care. Because a mother's love, it's almost like you gravitate towards your child no matter where they are. If they here physically or if they in the ground, you gravitate there. That's your child. The way that she was, I can tell that she doesn't have the mother's love. Not a lot of women do in DC, and they need to be honest about that. Like, if you had kids because you had a certain idea about it, and then when you had them, it wasn't that, that's on you for having a false sense of reality. That's not on them children. I believe she aided in having Relisha Rudd killed. I believe that. It's a damn shame that she has not been discovered. She has not been laid to rest. She cannot be visited and mourned by really good people in DC. A lot of good people in DC did a lot to search for Relisha. More than her mother did. Her mother probably wanted to get on TV. That's how they are. It's sick. It's sick. Stop having kids with this false sense of reality. You got to know what you're getting into, so you can know what type of life you going to give to your kids. It's your girl, B. Octavia, and I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all then.